Hey guys, it's Steven and Axis Hobgoblin issue 2 is here, the review. So, Kevin Shinick gave us one of the most entertaining stories of the Superior era with a Superior Spider-Man team up 11-12. His hilarious take on the Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus served as the perfect coda to the entire event. So, Axis Hobgoblin 2 is written by Kevin Shinick, drawn by Javier Rodriguez. The best thing that can be said about the Axis tie-in is that it channels the same vibe as Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Kevin Shinick waves a fan goofy little tale about Roderick Kingsley trying to shift his franchising empire towards good and Phil Urich bristling at this perversion of Hobgoblin's bad name. The first issue's problems with exposition have been smoothed out, resulting in a more cohesive overall story. Shinick manages to provide a more balanced portrayal of both hobgoblins, even shying away from Urich's recent tendency towards megalomania and other Spider-Man books. Meanwhile, Javier Rodriguez gives the comic a clean, economical, and visually diverse feel, if only Axis itself were this entertaining. This is written by Jesse in the IGN review, so I'm gonna take an overall look on this one. And I have to say, Miss Almaid, this character is introduced here, and it's a pretty much good, amazing, entertaining view on the first part of the comics, and I really like it where the goblins are fighting, and this issue is entertaining. Yeah, I just had a big bunch of pizza. Okay, let's cut out that part and let's go back to the comics. I hope you guys are enjoying. In the last issue also, that issue 1, I didn't get any that much of comments but about the issue, but I'm really thankful to those guys who are commenting about thanking me at least. Yes, thanks for you also. So here we go again. This is a good explosion scene, but the artist is even kind of more what should I say, that it's a detailed part. The miniseries Axis Hobgoblin has been a pleasant surprise, succeeding where past event tie-ins have failed, largely by divorcing itself entirely from the main events. With a relatively small comics resume, Kevin Shinick is adept in his handling of Marvel continuity and does a great job of placing Hobgoblin in the larger Spider-Man mythos. It's hard not to root for the slimy shuckster that is Roderick Kingsley. In this latest issue, his puns are terrible, his motives are suspect, but gee whiz, he certainly is a charmer. Shinick imbues the character with an irresistible charisma that contrasts sharply with his enemy, Phil Urich, the new self-appointed Goblin King. Yes, that's it. And so it's an exercise in that old adage, image is everything. Watching that dynamic play itself out is by far for the most engaging aspect of the story. This is the thing, that the Goblin King is over there, but no. This story tries differently over and over and changes again. So, Eric's ever-escalating frustration with Kingsley is gripping pathos, made hilarious by the utter ambivalence with which Kingsley responds to it, and rendering their conflict more embarrassingly comic than melodramatic. Everything else, the mystery of menace, the franchise superheroes, feels like little more than bright window dressing, interesting but not necessary to the reader's enjoyment. Yes, and of course, Javier Rodriguez is the real star of this issue. So let me go back to the recap of Hobgoblin issue 1, that they said, and according to the issue, that we had to say that although this series is an Axis tie-in, at this point the connection is in name. Only Axis 3 sets up the premise that some of the most fiendish Marvel villains may have a heroic streak in them. Shinick uses that as a jumping off point to explore Roderick Kingsley's costumed franchise business. We have seen glimpses of Kingsley's operations in the pages of Superior Spider-Man, but Shinick expands this world more than ever before. Kingsley is part motivational speaker, part QVC salesman, all capitalist. This action scene, I really like it. How they have drawn it, it looks like pretty much a movie. You can't can't deny this one. Yes, he's not all that interested in whether he's a good or bad guy. He's just taking advantage of the opportunities and demands in the marketplace. If heroes are selling, then he's selling heroes. It feels a lot like a superior force story. The situations are surreal and ridiculous, but the motivation of the characters make perfect sense. But otherwise, here is the starting thing of that action. We are, what should I say about this one, that hobgoblins, these small commercial kind of things, are really pretty much fun loving and enjoying. According to this Marvel good issues, I loved among those stories this story. Yes, I like it, and though the illustrations and the drawing style is kind of vintage kind of style in some places, but it's not overwhelming like the others, because the story and the screenplay is great. That's why here is the that. And if we go like that, his works max, statistically his works max of Paulo Rivera, but it's also very clearly its own creature. A scene set in an abundant factory displays rich backgrounds and textures, offering details a lot of artists tend to overlook. So thanks for watching, hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed it, then don't forget to hit the like button. That will support me, and subscribe for more amazing videos. And I hope you guys have seen the Net Comics channel's trailer. I hope you guys will subscribe then also, and lots of shows are waiting for you guys. Adios.